guys, my name is Miracle Ebubebuna, aka Mimi Crate, and I really want to talk about this amazing movie titled Alpha. Now, first off, Alpha is a movie that spoke about Christ, love, forgiveness, and it talks about a man who was a gangster, a very big terror to a particular community, and later on gave his life to Christ and became a pastor. He preached love, he preached forgiveness, he preached salvation, and the rest of that. Not knowing, well, as he was in his past, his terror traumatized a woman who later on came back and started to take revenge. Now, Alpha is a movie that is so impactful. When I saw this movie, and I'd be like, wow. Now, first of all, let me appreciate the producers of this movie, Blessing Obasi Nze. It's her movie. I think it's in collaboration with her husband, STAN NZE. This movie, I think in recent times since I started seeing their movie, their movie is something that I love seeing so much because it is so impactful, and in each of their movies you tend to learn a lot of lessons. And I think I'm really grateful for the gift of talent and the gift of thoughtful scripting, and it's amazing. Kudos to you, the Nzes. And now going further, the movie actually talked about love, it talked about forgiveness, it talked about salvation, it talked about giving, it talked about so many things that is needed to be learned in life. The performances. Now let's go first on the actors. We have INEM King, we have Blessing Obasi NZE, we have STAN NZE. Now these actors, and so many actors, so many amazing actors that I may not be able to talk about, but believe me when I tell you that these actors are really amazing. I think the name of STAN NZE or thereabout, that girl, I don't know, is amazing, and their daughter, I might not really know your names, but I just want to give you your onions, take your flowers. You guys did an amazing job, and I'm really appreciative of talent. Thank you very much for giving Nollywood movie an interesting story. Thank you for giving Nollywood movie so much reasons as to why we need to see Nollywood movies. Now, coming to their performances, I think I would start from Blessing Obasi NZE. Now, she's somebody I have loved from day one. I think from the time she started acting, I love seeing her movies, and her performance on this particular movie, on this particular amazing movie, was good. Now, she came, I think the role she played as the victim, and she came with love, forgiveness, like, you know, I want to be part of your family, I want to be part of your ministry. She came with so much vibe in that movie, and I loved the way she carried herself from the time of revenge, from the time she saw Pastor Fred, and I feel like she did amazing in that movie. She portrayed her character well. Where our emotions are meant to be portrayed, she portrayed it all right, and it's amazing. Now let's come down to INEM King, who played the role of Pastor Fred's wife. She did an amazing job, honestly. I've always loved her, all her movies. I like the way she's calm in spirit. I like the way she carries her role. I like the way she carries herself, her charisma, the way she portrays her every line is amazing, and I think her performance in this movie is top notch. I give her all the flowers. From the time she was calm to the time she was angry, from the time she couldn't even stand it when her husband forgave somebody who made their daughter died. I feel like, oh, it's an amazing stuff, and I really give her an onion. She's so amazing. And coming to talk about STAN NZE, who played the role of Pastor Fred. I don't know what to say, but you're amazing. I've watched your movie so much that I still find way to critique you or criticize your movie, but for every time I watch a movie, I see something different, I see something unique, I see the way you carry yourself. For every role you play, for every role that you're being given, I feel you go and do a thorough research about it, and you're doing amazing. And I think for me, that movie is amazing. For every character, including the assistant pastor, the executive assistant, which was the niece rather of either of, I think, STAN NZE and the rest of them. I think everybody played their role as it should be. What do I like about the movie? I love the emotional scene. I love the camera shots. I love every role that was played in that movie. I love how their emotions are being portrayed. I love how the dialogue went on. I love the storyline. I love the thematic sound. I love everything that is needed to be in that movie. What do I not like in the movie? First of all, I would come from a place where the Pastor Fred was charged to court for the murder case that happened 15 years ago, and I think there was an error that the hair he had on, I think the costumier should learn to work on, the makeup artist or whatever should learn to work on how to make that, or a full hair should work on it appropriately. That for me went off. I think I didn't like that particular costume. I didn't like how the hair was. And what do I not like? I think for the place where Blessing Obasi hit the daughter and she fell, the way she reacted to her emotions, I felt it was just not too real. Yeah, that particular scene, yeah, I felt like it wasn't too real. So, but then I feel, besides that, every other thing was necessarily done right. Every other thing was cool. And what got me again in that movie, I think I forgot to mention, was when the child was in the hospital and STAN NZE, I had to call God. You get that there's with the ways you can face challenges, and you just see yourself calling God and be like, God, where are you? Are you not seated in heaven? And it happened that the child recovered. In my mind, I'd be like, oh, thank God, this child did not die. And the suspense there was, at the end of the day, the child died. Wow. I'd be like, God, you made this child wake up and still let her die. What are you trying to do? See, I tell anybody, never let God put you in a place where he tests your faith. If you aren't strong, you're going to fall so flat on the floor. God is awesome. That is just the honest fact. He's awesome. But then I feel like I was even scared that he was going to backslide. I was scared that he was going to take revenge in his hands. He was going to kill Blessing Obasi. I felt like, wow. And at the end of the day, he forgave her. And the Bible be like, what? Are you going to use my daughter to make peace with yourself? Come on, if I be the wife safe, in all honesty, I would leave that marriage. Because what the heck? This is somebody who charged you for a case 15 years ago. Came now and charged you for a case without looking back. And when the court ruled in your favor, she decided to take law into her hands. I'm going to report her to the police. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm never going to forgive her. I'm going to go, and that's how life is. You never can tell. That has never happened to me, so I do not know how I would react. But if you've not seen Alpha, for me, I'm going to rate the movie a 9 over 10. I wouldn't want to give it a 10 over 10 based on the little stuff I saw that weren't right, but then I would give it a 10 over 10. But if you haven't seen Alpha, I'll indulge you to go see it. That movie is amazing. That movie is what? Amazing. And this is my best and honest review. Stay tuned. I am Miracle Ubona, also known as Mimi Crate. Until next time, I love you.